Hello, and welcome to Business Matters, the show about people behind businesses that help make Tacoma a great place to live and work. I'm your host, Mike Wark, and today we visit a 6th Avenue store that's going to the dogs. The Lincoln International Business District is the premier guest on District Focus. No money to start your business? Andrew Fry says there are options on Tacoma Means Business. And with me now is my guest, Michael Rives with Artist Craftsman Supply. Welcome, Michael.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Yeah, it's great to have you here and great to have your business in town. I understand that a lot of people are excited about your store.
Yeah, Tacoma hasn't had a legit art store for almost 10 years, so people are really excited to have us.
So tell me, what do you mean by a legit art store?
Well, we offer products ranging from, complete introductory art supplies all the way up until professional art supplies, and we have multiple lines and wide arrays of all that stuff.
Yeah, I remember going into art stores, especially when I was younger, where you'd see all kinds of pens and all kinds of papers and all different kinds of materials and media, and it sounds like that's the kind of store this is.
Yeah, sometimes, you'll go to a hobby store and they might not have, the certain brand of paint you're looking for, or the very specific pen you're looking for. They might not even know what you're talking about. So one of the things we pride ourselves on is we're all working artists. We all know what we're talking about, and we've got a lot of options to choose from.
Oh, that's interesting. So what is your art form?
Well, I'm mostly focusing on two-dimensional art. I'm mainly an acrylic painter.
Mm-hmm. But because you understand the details of what artists need in the kind of line of work that you do, you pay attention to those details in other areas.
Yeah, one thing that sets art supplies as a business apart from, say, working at a grocery store is, somebody will come in and have a very technical question that, could affect their livelihood. So we need to know what we're talking about.
Like what?
Like the chemical composition of oil paint.
Oh, no kidding.
Like sure.
So what are the more arcane tools that people ask for that if I walked into a hobby store they might not know about?
Some lesser known things like a maul stick or an artist grade oil paint that has just pure cadmium pigment or cobalt pigments or really high grade natural hair brushes for watercolors or something like that.
All sounds cool, but I don't, yeah, I see it. So what's a maul stick?
Maul stick is something a painter uses to place his hand on so that he can sort of rest his hand and very carefully do little details.
Oh, interesting. Without tiring their arms so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a very important tool.
Sure. And if you're working for long hours on an oil painting, and it's old school too.
Uh-huh. Oh, that's cool. We usually focus on local businesses, and what's interesting about Artist Craftsman and Supply is that it is very much a local business, but it's also part of what might be called a chain. But you call it a family.
Yes.
So tell us about this business model.
Well, we call our 35 stores a family and not a chain. It sounds less scary, and frankly, when we move into an area, we adapt to the local demand there.
And so I would imagine part of the family is that it's employee owned.
Yes.
The employees own the entire 35 store family of stores.
Yeah. Just recently, we had the very exciting event of becoming 100% employee owned. So yes, I technically am an owner of the store, and everyone who works there past a certain number of months is also an owner of the store.
That's fascinating. And you're the store manager.
Yes.
So you're the head of the Tacoma store. So you were part of this company working in Seattle.
In 2009, I moved to Seattle on sort of a prayer and a dream, and got a phone call about a week out from when I left, and they said, hey, so we got your resume in the mail. Do you want to work for us? And that, I came to Seattle and had a job, thankfully, and started working for Artist Craftsman Supply, and it just feels right for me, and I've stuck with them ever since.
And you enjoy it.
I love it.
Yeah, and the customers and the materials, all of it.
Yeah, working in art supplies, it's a great opportunity as an artist. I get a regular income. Sometimes that cannot not be so easy for a working artist. So it's just an alternate route for me to be able to make my art on the side and also have a steady income while also making connections with real artists in the community, talking to people, talking to organizations, and finding out about things I wouldn't have found out about otherwise.
So you really get to know the fabric of a community through the store.
Yeah, that's a big part of it.
So I always like to explore on the show a founding story. And usually it's somebody who started a business. And you kind of did that, but it's a little, tell me about how you got started in Tacoma. What led to the opening of this particular store?
So the Seattle store has been in Seattle for about 20 years, and since they've been there, they've always sort of in the background there's been some chatter about opening a Tacoma store, but the time never seemed quite right, and I was feeling more comfortable with the idea of working at an art store as a career choice. And the next logical step for me was to move up to be a store manager. And so, I knew that this thing was kind of baking in the background. And I said, well, hey, are you still talking about doing a Tacoma store? Because I'd like to volunteer to be the store manager down there. And that sort of was the catalyst that pushed it into reality. And now Tacoma has the Artist Craftsman Supply. So.
Was that a big leap for you?
It's an adjustment. Seattle and Tacoma are two different places, but I went to college here. I graduated from the University of Puget Sound in 2006.
So you knew the community.
So I'm familiar with Tacoma. I knew what to expect.
Yeah.
Yep. So I felt very comfortable coming back and, knew what to expect and was happy to be here.
So does the company have experts that help you with things like locating where your location will be and all those sorts of things?
Yeah, our company is based in Portland, Maine, and we've got an office full of awesome folks who help us with all kinds of details and find good places for our stores. Usually around bigger towns that with artist communities that we can connect with.
And where are you located in Tacoma?
In Tacoma, we are on 616 St. Helens Avenue in the Theater District.
Oh, that seems appropriate.
Yeah, so it's kind of an artsier part of town.
Yeah.
It was just recently reworked, so it got nice big sidewalks and lamps, and it's all very nice and new looking, and it is an artsy part of the community.
So how's it going so far?
Great. We had a really healthy holiday. We opened the day after Thanksgiving.
Wow.
And we had an awesome response from folks. And we can tell that people are just really excited to have access to these, professional grade art materials and also, hobbyist stuff and all kinds of things that they didn't have before. So we're doing really well. The business is very healthy.
That's great to hear. There must be a lot of artists in the Tacoma region.
Clearly, yes.
Yeah.
And even when I left here after graduating, it was nowhere near as artsy as it is now. I just feel like artists are just coming here because it's an affordable place to live and there's a community supporting them.
Well, I'm glad to hear that the arts community is so strong and is supporting you as well as it is. It's just nice to add that component to the community. So what kind of events and activities do you have in the store?
So to attract people down to the store, we try to have at least one monthly event that we advertise on our Facebook page. And we try to do, like a demo or a workshop of a particular product. Like we'll have somebody come in from a company that we support, like gold and acrylic paints or something like that.
And they'll talk about all of the features of their paints and help people understand how to use them or take advantage of them.
They'll set up a table and demonstrate their products and all the mediums and paints. And we try to keep our events free, so it's just a matter of if it's a more like structured sit-down kind of thing, you just click and sign up for a free ticket, or it can be just a casual walk-by sort of demonstration. And for those, we invite anybody from the local community who feels they have a special knowledge in an art form who wants to come in. We just recently had Patty Finnegan come in and demonstrate alcohol inks on Yupo paper, which is not a very well-known technique. She just sat down and did her thing.
Started doing it, and people could come see it, and you put it out on Facebook so people knew if they wanted to learn
There
about
was a
it.
great response, and people are really excited about learning new techniques.
Oh, that's interesting. So people came in, and she really enjoyed that. The artists enjoyed it. The customers did.
It was a win-win.
Wow. Well, it sounds like a great store, part of a great company that's really interesting, a great addition to Tacoma. Anything we should know about for the future?
Well, nothing I'm allowed to talk about, but just keep your ear to the ground, keep checking our Facebook page or our Instagram, and there may be some developments coming up soon.
And if you like exploring art stores and you haven't been in one for a while, check it out. It sounds like this is the place.
Yep, it's a great place to spend a Sunday afternoon or just to see some bright colors, you know, if the weather's getting you down.
Yeah, great, great. Well, thanks, Michael, for being our guest today.
Thank you, Mike.
It's great to learn about your business.
Thanks for having me.
Up next, the focus is on the Lincoln Business District. Connecting people to business is what Tacoma is all about. The Lincoln International Business District is revitalizing the neighborhood and is poised for some exciting business renaissance on this segment of District Focus.
Hi, I'm Amanda Ellingson. Welcome to the Lincoln Business District. The Lincoln Business District is a very culturally diverse group.
We unite and reconnect and form cooperations and interaction with other different businesses.
The Lincoln District has kind of a vast number of different businesses that it offers. We have retailers, we have restaurants,
Healthcare, legal,
salons,
accounting.
we have a pharmacy, and Lincoln Hardware. Both businesses have been around for quite some time. I think the coolest and the most unique part of the Lincoln District is its cultural diversity. It's one of those areas where you can come to one specific area and kind of experience multiple different cultures. I think the most exciting thing that's happening right now is that we're undergoing the revitalization in the Lincoln District, making a lot of improvements and kind of creating a better image.
And now we're really excited to see something's happening in our district.
During the revitalization, they put up all new banners. The banners have different languages written on them. The translations kind of represent all the different cultures that are in this area.
All kinds of people coming here, different groups, different cultures.
I think the Lincoln District kind of gives off like a small town type feel. The business owners and the neighbors and families within the area can build relationships with the different business owners and their employees.
I believe the future is going to be very bright because we have younger business owners who have a different vision, different views on how to present the district to the communities.
Hopefully this will make more businesses move to this area, and hopefully, you know, it'll bring more locals and more tourists to make Lincoln District a destination spot.
For more information on experiencing Tacoma business, log on to experiencetacoma.com. When we return, Andrew Fry will talk about financing options for your small business. It might seem daunting not to have funding for your new business, but Andrew Fry says there are alternatives that might get you going on this episode of Tacoma Means Business.
Here's a topic that has been covered a number of times, but every so often we do need to revisit it, and that is this. You want to start a business, you want to be an entrepreneur, and you have no money. So, what are some things that you can do to help start your business when you have no capital resources to begin with? Okay. Number one, keep your present job. At this point in time, as you're exploring things and you're thinking that you might want to start your business, make certain that you have the money coming in to meet the needs such as your rent and food and other things. Next up, basically put together what you feel is the product that you're providing, whether it's entertainment, whether it's an actual product that you sell on the market, you know, if it's physical, if it's digital. And after you've done that, now it's time to run a trial. Maybe do it with friends and family, but really look out and find who are the customers who might want to have what you're providing. And then go ahead and do that trial run. Give it a shot and then gather feedback. Find out what they like, what they don't like. Remember that you are getting prepared to launch in your new business and you have no capital at this point in time, so at least get the stories, get the feedback, understand the market, because you're going to need all of these in order to secure the money you're going to need to get started. And so finally, the next thing to do is explore two areas. One of them is look at the crowdfunding platforms. We've talked about different crowdfunding platforms before, whether it's GoFundMe, Kickstarter, or anything else of that sort. Maybe it's a community capital organization. And finally, check out what you can get through the small business loans that are available to you. So after you've done the exploration, after you've understood what the market needs, after you've done a trial on your product, and after you gathered that feedback, now's the time to say, yep, I'm going to give it a go and start your business.
Thanks, Andrew. To find more ways to help grow your business, check out Tacoma's Community and Economic Development Program at tacomameansbusiness.com. When Business Matters returns, we'll focus on a store specializing in four-legged customers in the spotlight. Today in the spotlight, the focus is on our canine friends at Lucky Dog Outfitters.
Hi, I'm Maddie and we're at Lucky Dog Outfitters in Tacoma.
Lucky Dog Outfitters is a dog and cat-friendly store catering to a well-rounded lifestyle for our four-legged friends.
So Lucky Dog Outfitters is a very personal small business.
You'll find Maddie and the rest of the staff provide quality pet care at their shop on Tacoma's 6th Avenue.
Our goal is to build lasting positive relationships with our two-legged and our four-legged customers. We want to make sure that they leave happy and healthy and having a really good time.
Jennifer Blinkers, the owner of Lucky Dog Outfitters, ensures only the best services and products are on hand, or paws for that matter, helping furry friends be healthy, happy family members.
It's also owned by a woman, and I think being a small business owner as a female this day and age is huge, and I think that itself is pretty impactful. So the owner and her sister, they started a daycare called Lucky Dog Daycare before the store even opened. And then Jen wanted to open a store to just continue on with the Lucky Dog legacy of healthy, happy, fun environment, because we truly think that when your dogs are here, they, are really living the Lucky Dog life.
Maddie says Lucky Dog Outfitters really does pamper your pooch with plenty of love, fun, and treats. Gourmet treats at that.
Some of the cool features about Lucky Dog, one are the products that we carry. If it's not good enough for our animals at home, we won't bring it in. And we are huge on keeping unique things. For treats, example, all human grade. If we couldn't consume it, they shouldn't consume it.
Just browsing through the Lucky Dog Outfitter Facebook pages gives you a snapshot into the care and support they provide customers.
Even just this morning, we had a dog come in, busting the door down, just ran in here, so happy to see us, tail wagging, knocking over the treat bins, just so excited for her people that she gets to see all the time. So I think with us being so, such huge animal lovers, they feel that and they get excited.
You'll see dozens of photos on doggy birthday celebrations as well as all kinds of four-legged fun.
We have a lot of birthdays that come in here. We have birthday hats and we always take a picture of the birthday dogs, and because it's their special day, like we feel special on our birthday, so they should feel special because they're a huge part of our lives.
Maddie says the business maintains a community focus as well by supporting fundraisers and other special events.
We do outreach programs with the homeless and seniors and veterans, and with rescues locally and some not local. We really do our best to spread awareness of the need and the advocacy that animals around us need.
Lucky Dog Outfitters is a locally owned business and is anchored in Tacoma.
Community is huge to us, and this community means a lot to us because we've been here for a while.
Maddie and her co-workers agree the best part of the future, especially at a place like Lucky Dog Outfitters, is being part of a growing family. That includes furry family friends.
We have such a following here in Tacoma. We would love for more room because it is pretty filled to the brim in this store.
I know. There you go.
That's it for Business Matters. Join me next time for more insight into the Tacoma business scene. See you then.